Welcome to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ, bringing you all the highlighted action of the Southern University basketball program. It's brought to you by LaFleur Tillage Construction, Anna Jones State Farm, Cajun Nation Seasoning, Southeast Auto Incorporated, and Care South Medical and Dental. Hello and welcome to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach Kevin Johnson, where we come to you each week from the Southern University Mini Dome, also more formally known as the F.G. Clark Activity Center. Coach KJ, we come on about 4 times a week. You can catch us on Fox on Thursday nights at 10. You can catch us 3 times a week on Pelican Sports, and of course you can catch us on our YouTube and Facebook channel. All right, Coach, jumping right into this thing. Tough loss against the Grambling State Tigers. You're up 38-31 at the half. You're up 11 in the second half. And, Coach, we come out on the losing end, 79-62. What happened between the first half and the second half, Coach?
Tough week for us, Ty. I thought we played well in the first half. We had a little bit of foul trouble, had to sit Demasi towards the end of the half. But coming out in the second half, thought we had full control of the game. But the same thing that kind of happened at Bethune-Cookman kind of came back to bite us against Grambling. We faced some adversity, and instead of matching that run and matching that adversity, we kind of fell apart a little bit and weren't able to get back on top of it.
Coach, we got 23 from Joseph, we got 12 from Demasi, 10 from Desano. Who else needs to step up and give us that scoring power so we can come out victorious?
We did get 23 from Joseph, but he was 1 for 11 from the three-point line, and I felt like that hurt us in that game. But one of the keys for us this season has been the production of our bench play, and we were top 20 in the country in bench production in Division I basketball. And as you can see against Grambling, their bench outperformed ours, and we were down 19-8. So we need our bench to be better to finish those games off.
All right, Coach. Let's jump into those highlights and show everybody exactly what happened up there in, what was that, Hobdy Arena in Grambling? Is that what they call it?
Coach Hobdy's Arena.
Coach Hobdy Arena. All right, Coach, I see you put us some graphics up. What happened with clock issues at Grambling?
The referees came to me before the game and said, we were going to have to play without shot clocks. I don't know how you play a game without shot clocks. The explanation that I was given was we're going to do it manually. And I said, so there's going to be a person at the table running a clock manually. How are we going to know how much time's on the clock? And they said they're just going to yell it out. And, I really wasn't comfortable with that, but they said that's what they do under these circumstances when the shot clocks aren't working.
Well, we were in the country, Coach. All right, strong start. That's your next graphic, Coach. You came out, you had a strong start?
Yeah, we were able to get paint touches, and that's one of the things I like. When we're driving the ball, it creates not only layup opportunities, but it creates open rhythm shots. And I think that's what helped us get off to a good start, in addition to our defense.
Saw a nice drive by Demasi for 2. You saw Joseph take one full length of the court and score a bucket. So in the first half, Coach, we had things cooking. We get up 38-31. What was the success of the first half, Coach? Sharing the basketball?
Again, when we get the ball to the paint on offense and we guard the ball defensively, we're pretty tough. And we did that in the first 20 minutes.
Very nice. All right. So you got poor finish on this graphic. Talk to us about what broke down, Coach.
That's one of the things that we feel like this team has an area to grow in. So when a team gives you a punch, they hit back and they go on a run, we have to be able to respond. And we've lost our composure a little bit in the last couple games. And you just got to get back to the fundamentals. You have to be able to guard the ball, you have to be able to block out, you have to be able to rebound, and you have to execute under some tough circumstances.
And you got to not foul.
And do that without fouling. You have to certainly you have to be able to defend without fouling. So that's where this team has to grow, and I'm confident that we're going to do that.
the Grambling Tigers get away with the victory, 79-62. The good thing about it, Coach, is we got to see them again.
Well, that's also a good thing. And here's the other good thing. That was our third road game. And so we've gone 1-2 on the road, and we're 2-0 at home. So we got a lot of basketball ahead of us.
Well, there you go. You saw the highlights from Grambling as we wind up the highlights. And I know, Coach, you get a L and you come back and you break down the video and you go over it with the players and you try to put it behind you, huh?
You know, we've had a lot of player meetings yesterday and also this morning, and there's no group that's more hurt than the players. And they all realize 100, when a team makes a run on us, we have to be able to respond. And so I'm certainly going to help them as a leader of this program, help them through that.
All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about a new feature on the show called Coach KJ's Coach's Corner. Stay with us on Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
Looking for Cajun seasoning? Go get the Red Can. We got the spice, you bring the rice. Low sodium, no MSG, and great flavor. Visit CajunNation.com for more products and merchandise, baby.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
Welcome back to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. This week, we got a new feature for you. Coach KJ loves to teach. He loves the game of basketball. And so he said, you know, we want to do something a little bit different and show people exactly what's happening with the Southern basketball program. And so here you have Coach KJ's Coaching Corner with Coach John and Coach Rashad. Roll the tape.
What's up, Jaguar Nation? I'm Coach John. I'm joined by
Coach Rashad.
and we are going to be doing our Coach's Corner today, where we're going to have 4 of our players here, and we're going to demonstrate some of our ball screen coverages. Starting with me, I'm going to be doing the middle ball screen coverage, and then Coach Rashad is going to handle our side ball screen coverages. All right, so to start out, we're going to go with our middle ball screen coverage. I'm joined by Chase and Brente on offense, as well as DeLang and Antoine on defense. Chase, take a few steps down here. We're going to have Brente come set a flat ball screen. So that means he's not angled either way, he's flat, allowing Chase to decide which direction he wants to go in. So as this is happening, DeLang is the help defender. He's guarding Brente, the man setting the screen. So DeLang's main responsibility right now is to be talking. So what he's going to say to Antoine is flat ball screen, weak, weak, weak. And what weak means is we're going to send the offensive player handling the ball to his weak side. So in this scenario, Chase dribbles with his right hand. He's right hand dominant. So we want to force him left. So when DeLang says, as loud as he can, that tells Antoine he needs to force Chase to his left hand. Now, as this is happening, go back up, Chase. You want your help defender to stay in the line of the ball. Now, what that means is if Chase is taking a few steps this way, Chase, DeLang is moving with him. So wherever Chase goes, move around Chase. DeLang is going to stay in the line of the ball. So by doing this, what happens is DeLang can prevent Chase from penetrating and getting to the rim. So there's one other aspect to this that we need to cover is staying at the level of the ball. So as Chase comes off the screen, weak, 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 DeLang needs to get to the level of the screen and be at the level of the ball. Now what could happen is if DeLang does not get to the level of the ball and he is fading back to here, as Chase comes, he can have room for a mid-range shot here, or he can just keep penetrating. Now why you don't want him to keep penetrating and you want to cut him off is to allow Antoine to get back in front. So let's go back all the way to the top. But in this scenario, DeLange is not going to get to the level of the ball. So set the screen, you're calling weak, weak, weak. Drop, drop, drop DeLange. Antoine, if Chase is a good offensive player, Chase is going to keep penetrating to the rim. Antoine will never recover, and DeLange will never be able to get back to his man. But let's run it from the top the correct way. Force to the left hand, level of the ball. And that's how we cover middle ball screens.
Okay, so Coach John just did a good job of explaining our middle ball screen coverage. Now we're going to work on our side ball screen coverage. Two of our coverages that we have are called ice and red, but it also depends on where you're at on the floor and the angle of the screen. We're going to walk through ice first. So when you're dealing with a good ball handler that likes to play in the middle of the floor, you want to try to eliminate those options by keeping them on the side. Our options with that are called ice. And ice is when you get on top of the ball, on top of the strong side, and then you force them into what we call the funnel. So as Chase is coming down and our defender DeLange is yelling out ice, as soon as he says ice, Antoine will change his defensive position. He will immediately jump on this side so he can keep the ball from coming in the middle so he can't come off the screen. And as DeLange is calling ice, he will begin to create a funnel with Antoine, so as he comes down, he's still on the line of the ball like Coach Talbot was talking about with our middle ball screen coverage, but at a different angle. So let's go back to the top. So the whole point of ice is to shrink the floor so the guard can't get into the middle. So bring it down, Chase. Ice, 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 ice. And as he comes down right here, DeLange is still on the line of the ball, shrinking the floor, shrinking the floor. As Antoine gets back in front of him, DeLange can now get back with his man, and then that's it. That's our ice coverage, and that's how you properly do it. So if Chase is a good guard, and he's coming down, and we yell ice, 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 let's say DeLange is late, Chase can now get back into the middle of the floor, and that's what we don't want to do. So we have to shrink the floor so the guard can stay out the middle. We'll walk through it one more time. We're yelling out ice, ice, ice. DeLange will shrink that floor, and that's how you properly guard the side ball screen with the ice coverage. Our next ball screen coverage on the side, we want to get the ball out of his hand completely, is called red, and that's when we trap the ball screen. Same principles, but instead of DeLange sagging back, he will come up and trap the ball. So as Chase is coming down with the ball, we're yelling ice, ice, we're yelling red, red, red. Brente will change his ball screen right here. DeLange will come up, and as he gets to that point right there, we'll trap it right there, and because of the cylinder rule, we have to keep our hands up and can't lean in there, and then we want him to get rid of the ball because we'll have two help defenders and another defender protecting the basket. So we'll walk through that red coverage. Yes. So red, 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 red. Coming, coming, coming. So right now, technically, as we're trapping the ball, we still have a third defender, which is the out of bounds line. We want to shrink the floor using cylinder rules or trapping the ball and making sure Brente can't get the ball and the other offensive guys. And this has been Coach KJ's Coaching Corner.
All right, thanks Coach John and Coach Rashad. Looking forward to future Coaches Corners and teaching the game of basketball as well as showing the game of basketball. Stay with us on Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. When we come back, we're going to have our Players of the Week and player interviews right here.
Southeast Auto Inc., proud sponsor of the Kevin Johnson basketball team as well as his coaches show. The powerful Jaguars, come visit us. 2 locations in the Baton Rouge area. One on Florida Boulevard between Wooddale and Lobdale, the other in Prairieville, Louisiana.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At CareSouth, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope in healing is just a phone call away.
Southeast Auto Inc., proud sponsor of the Kevin Johnson basketball team as well as his coaches show. The powerful Jaguars, come visit us. 2 locations in the Baton Rouge area. One on Florida Boulevard between Wooddale and Lobdale, the other in Prairieville, Louisiana.
Welcome back to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Of course, each week in this segment, we have our LaFleur Tillage Construction Players of the Week. So, Coach, who are those LaFleur Tillage Construction Players of the Week?
We got one that made it this week, Todd.
Okay.
Point guard Tejan Demasi.
Demasi from France.
He shoots 5 of 8 from the field, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, scores 12 points, has 8 rebounds, and if we had made a couple of more layups, he could have had 6 or 7 assists. That's the kind of all-around game we need from him. So he's the player of the week.
Congrats, Demasi. All right, Coach. This week, Perry White had a chance to catch up with Antoine Jacks, Derek Tizano, and Brente Noel, and he filed this report for player interviews.
All right, so Mr. Jacks, tell me about how you ended up here at Southern coming from Maryland, man, your journey making it here to Baton Rouge.
So I went to a JUCO in Florida, and after the JUCO season,
where is he from?
Went to a little showcase.
East Coast,
and Coach
Maryland.
He came out, seen, talked to me. Then I took a visit out here, talked to KJ, and I just felt a connection with both of them, and I knew this was the place to be. So I just made that decision and came out here.
You talking about your connection with Coach Jacks Johnson. How has that been with you guys in terms of that chemistry?
The chemistry has been great. We've been building, getting stronger. He really cares for us. Like the other day, we just was talking about making sure everybody was happy and doing well with themselves. We just came out the locker room. He would make sure everybody. We took vitamins. If people feeling bad, he always cared. He put us the players first.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Tizano, talk about coming from Melville, Louisiana, man, a small town, but finding your way here to Southern University.
Yeah, so I was at Stephen F. Austin, and Coach KJ had been recruiting me since I was maybe a freshman in high school. So once I jumped in the portal, I connected with Coach and we hit it off.
You come here at Southern. Talk about your position and how hard you've been able to work in order to make this team.
Yeah, so I play the wing. We play a 5-out offense, so the 3 and the 4. Yeah, we've been putting in work this whole summer. So my job is just to, better my craft in every area, and with Coach Johnson, I mean, that's easy. All we do is work. So, yeah, it's been a journey for real.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Noel, you are a local kid from Baton Rouge, right in Schuylerville, matter of fact, but played baseball before basketball. Talk about that transition from one sport to the other.
Basketball kind of found me. I started out playing baseball in high school. After I graduated, I kind of stopped playing. Basketball found me. Last year, I ended up playing for Baton Rouge post-grad. I ended up doing a good job, and Coach KJ came and found me, and he gave me an opportunity to be able to play college basketball at home.
What is it like to be at home and play in front of your family and friends each and every week?
It's a blessing. I'm thankful for it every day because a lot of people don't get that opportunity, especially at this level. And I just want to thank Coach KJ. He pushed us every day. We've been going at it since the summer. We grind hard, and we just trying to get better every day by day, 1%.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, guys. Got to ask you, Coach, before we go into break, how do you get those guys here? You mentioned to me that Jax is from up around Baltimore, and Tezano and Noel are local. Well, Noel's from Baton Rouge, but Tezano's from Louisiana. How did they come to Southern University?
Well, actually, Rashad Richardson, when I hired him, he brought Antoine Jacks to the table.
Okay.
And we brought him in to visit, and I liked his character, I liked his toughness, and we gave him an opportunity. Derek Tezano is a young man who I was at UL Lafayette, and I recruited him early in his career. I can remember stopping over by North Central High School when he was 9th and 10th grade, and so there was a relationship there. And when I got this job, he was in the portal, and he was one of those guys who I felt like we needed to add to build a foundation for this program. And Brente Noel, his story is so unique. Really didn't play organized basketball, and had a growth spurt somewhere around his senior year of high school and the year after. But a young man who emailed me quite a bit when I was at Tulane. I never could put the story together, but when I got this job, being in Baton Rouge, he was one of the first prospects I reached out to, and I wanted to connect the dots, and I'm so happy to have him here.
Well, there you have the backstory on how 3 of the Jaguar basketball players came to Southern University. Thanks, Coach. When we come back, we're going to look ahead to this weekend's game on Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Stay with us.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
If your food tastes bland, that's not okay. Let us show you the Cajun Nation way. Shake on that flavor and fire up that pan. We can make your food taste grand. Go get the red can. That Cajun Nation seasoning.
Contact local agent Anna Jones for a home and auto quote today.
Welcome back to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Of course, each week in this segment, we're going to look ahead to this Saturday and Monday's games. And of course, this Saturday, we actually get a chance to have the UAPB Golden Lions make a visit to the Mini Dome. And you know, Coach, the Lions are coming in at 7-10 on the season and 2-2 in the SWAC. What do you know about their team and what do they want to do?
Well, Todd, actually, they're 3-2. They had a win over Bethune-Cookman at home last night.
Okay.
But this team here presents some problems. They average 33-point shot attempts a game, and when you take that many threes, you're going to make some of them. We got to hold them below 7. 7 is the number. If they come in here and make 10 threes, then it could be difficult for us.
Are they more of a guard-laden team, or they want to play on the inside?
They play similar to what we do. They'll have one big man on the court and then surround him with 4 perimeter players, but take a lot of threes.
Okay, Jaguar Nation, we want you to be out here and be that sixth man for these Jaguar basketball players this Saturday and Monday. So, Coach, next up on Monday, Mississippi Valley pays us a visit. The Delta Devils come in with not a great record. They are 0-18 on the season and 0-5 in the SWAC, but you know what? They're looking for that first win. Coach, don't let it be us.
Todd, you know what? Records mean nothing to me, especially this time of year. I've known George Ivory for a long time, the head coach at Valley. They're in every ball game that they've played in league, and they're going to be coming here and they're going to be scrappy and hungry for a win. So we're going to have to play well to complete that sweep this weekend.
You have any idea what kind of game they want to play? They want to play up-tempo, or they want to kind of slow it down and keep the pace low?
They'll play a lot of zone. They'll give you some junk defense, but they want to keep the pace slow.
Okay. All right. Coach, now let's talk. We got a little time. Let's talk. This weekend, we had just one game against Grambling, and Monday we were off. But most of the weekends, we have a game Saturday and a game on Monday.
Right.
Explain to the Jaguar Nation and basketball fans the ebb and flow of a Jaguar of the basketball season and why you play a game on Saturday and a game on Monday.
You know, I think one of the reasons initially that came about for the SWAC was to reduce the amount of time that kids would miss class. And, you know, if you're playing Saturday, then you know, you could leave after class on Friday, and if you have a Monday night game, you could bus it back, and kids can be in class on Tuesday. But I've done it a lot of different ways, Wednesday, Saturday, Thursday, Saturday. But I think this way, kids, it fits them academically.
Now, I've also learned something this season. You also have a travel partner in your SWAC travel. So I think Grambling is our travel partner.
Correct.
And the Florida teams travel together. So does that mean that you guys get on the same buses, or you guys kind of meet up at the same places, or you just kind of following each other? Tell us about how that travel partner thing works.
Well, Todd, I don't ever think it would be a good time to have us on the same bus with another team, but we usually flip-flop. Like last weekend in Florida, we played FAM on the Saturday. Grambling played Bethune, and then we flip-flop. We played Bethune on the Monday, and Grambling played FAM. On the Monday.
But what is it? Is it teams from the same area traveling? 'Cause like I would guess the Texas teams would be travel partners, huh?
Well, Prairie View, remember our first 2 home games. We
Prairie
played
View and
Texas Southern, Prairie
exactly.
View. So they're travel partners.
Alabama's travel partners.
Absolutely.
Okay, interesting concept. All right, the bigger schools do the same thing?
Some. The bigger schools have the luxury of sometimes doing flip-flop.
Oh, okay.
And the planes, the charter planes come into it. So instead of 2 games, a lot of times there's only 1 game.
Okay, all right. Well, when we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's show, and we want you to stay with us on Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ.
Southeast Auto Inc., proud sponsor of the Kevin Johnson basketball team as well as his coaches show. The powerful Jaguars, come visit us. 2 locations in the Baton Rouge area. One on Florida Boulevard between Wooddale and Lobdale, the other in Prairieville, Louisiana.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope in healing is just a phone call away.
Southeast Auto Inc., proud sponsor of the Kevin Johnson basketball team as well as his coaches show. The powerful Jaguars, come visit us. 2 locations in the Baton Rouge area. One on Florida Boulevard between Wooddale and Lobdale, the other in Prairieville, Louisiana.
Welcome back to Inside Jaguar Basketball with Coach KJ. Of course, we already told you this Saturday we've got the UAPB Golden Lions here, and that game is at 5:30, Coach?
5:30.
And then on Monday we've got the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. And what time is that game, Coach?
2 hours after the women. We hope we can get started before 8, but 8 o'clock is the scheduled time.
8 p.m. Okay, and you can see on the screen there we've got the ticket office, 225-771-3171. Call. Southern has come into the 21st century. You can actually get tickets on your phone and have digital tickets. Or if you like to be old school and have a ticket in your hand, you can come and get your tickets printed.
Absolutely.
And walk in and hand somebody a ticket. So use that number, 225-771-3171, and get your tickets and be in the mini dome to support the Jaguars. Coach, good luck to you this weekend. Let's get back on that winning track and get ready for that SWAC run. All right?
Yes, sir. Go Jags!